The other day we got to interview Liquid6Teen. We asked them some questions. Here are their answers.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is John Mills. I play the electronic guitar.
My name's Clay.
Hi, John.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, Clay.
This is my friend Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm Jimmy. I'm the drummer. I'm Aaron. I'm vocals. And that's John.
John
also.
Benner.
Johnny only.
Yeah, I've also played the fiddle.
Not very well.
Thanks for coming tonight.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody.
We got to see you too. Where did you guys get your band name from?
Ooh.
That's never been spoken of.
We've never told the real story.
Yeah, I don't know if we can do that.
We've been around since 2001. I don't know if you knew that. We're very... Is that the year you were born, I'm guessing? Yeah. So we've been around since you were born. And we have many stories for why we're called Liquid6Teen. But we've never told the real story. And we can't tell it. It's a secret. So what has to happen is when you go home tonight, you got to email us and tell us what you think it means.
There you go.
That's
We've heard a lot of like really interesting
such
guesses.
as
Yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna say. What are like some of your favorite bands to like tour with?
oh wow.
I like playing with Dread Engine's fun to play with.
Yeah, we like Dread Engine a lot. Those guys are awesome. bobaflex, of course, we love playing with those guys. We just played with an old band, friends of ours, called Noise Auction. We just played a show with them a couple weeks ago. They had a reunion show. That was a lot of fun. Grindhouse is fun. Who else is fun? Oh, Dorothy. You ever heard of Dorothy? Check Dorothy out. Gar and Steve, those guys are. That band is awesome. Check out Dorothy. They're going to be with us in Dread Engine in December, on December 16th at Toodles in Circleville, along with Sour Blood. We love Sour Blood. Those guys are like our little brothers. We play with them all the time. Gosh, what other bands?
8 Pound.
Oh, 8 Pound Pressure. I love those guys. That's a great band, man. I was watching them the other night from side stage, and they were on a great show.
What's your favorite song to play?
Well, we just did a cover when we played the show we met you guys at the Newport. We did a cover that I love playing. It's Holy Diver by Dio. And it was so much fun to play, and the crowd was all singing along, and I had a lot of fun playing that one.
Clay, what was your favorite?
I like
Tight Pants?
No, what's the number 10 song on the new CD?
Oh, We're Coming For You.
I like to play that a lot.
Yeah, that's a song off our new album. Jimmy?
I like Blood in the Water on the
That's a good one. That's on the new album. John?
It's a short week.
I don't know. I like them all.
Mills?
All the ones I wrote, anyway.
Yeah, all the ones I wrote. I kind of agree with Johnny only. I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with all the songs we play because you get burnt out playing them, and then you get fall back in love with them. And I'd say when you're playing live and you look out and you see people getting into it, that's that song of the night to me is the fun one to play. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on the album that's coming up that people seem to be liking already, and we're looking forward to getting the CD out so everybody can get familiar with it and sing along and know the parts. And I think it's going to be enjoyable for old and new Liquid6Teen fans.
Oh, yeah.
What's your like songwriting process?
Are we allowed to curse on this?
No.
Yeah. It's pretty much a clusterfuck in this room.
True.
It starts with an idea from somebody in one shape or form, or whatever, just an idea. Sometimes it's a full song and we kind of tailor it and to the specifics of our talents, I guess, but there's really no rhyme or reason. I haven't been in the band very long, and Jimmy hasn't either, but as far as the writing process, yeah, it's pretty chaotic, which is refreshing. Sometimes it can get old when somebody just comes in and puts a song down and says, here it is, we're going to play it, and it seems to be a 5-person process, which is nice.
Definitely we write as a team. We kind of throw ideas out.
Aaron thinks about all of his ex-girlfriends.
It seems to be a running theme, yeah.
It's a song. Every ex-girlfriend.
All the girls I've loved before.
He's like the Taylor Swift of
Yes.
the Columbus metal
I was
scene.
the original Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I read about all the exes.
What's your favorite venue you've ever played at?
Man,
It was
that's-
Promo West, and now it's Express Live. We played there for a Budweiser sponsorship. Man, that's been forever ago.
Man, my favorite place was that place.
It
I
was
don't even think it's
fantastic.
open anymore, but it was downtown. Had a real tall stage. Well, it played like
Little Brothers.
Little Brothers.
Yeah, that was
Like
Is it
that?
still there?
The
Yeah.
building is, but I don't think that anything. It's
I like
closed.
playing there. I thought that was
In Columbus, one of the places I always loved playing was the Alrosa, but that's kind of the go-to for hard rock music. That's kind of where we were kind of raised in, playing the Alrosa. I love the Newport.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, Newport. If you're talking about like other states, I mean, there's a lot of great venues we played. Like, there's one place called 12th Quarter down in Nashville that's awesome.
What are some bands you look up to?
Led Zeppelin.
How much time you got?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We all have metal backgrounds, and we all like music outside of that. So I, think,
Aaron loves Megadeth.
yeah, we'll get that out of the way.
It's
Megadeth.
It's an unhealthy love.
Van Halen
Not Van Hagar.
and Van Hagar.
Oh God.
Both.
White Snake, Motley Crue,
Mike Snake's great.
Judas Priest,
Kiss,
definitely Kiss,
Pantera, Metallica. First 5 albums.
Testament,
Oh yeah, Testament. Anthrax.
Anthrax.
I think there's a lot of local bands too that coming up I listen to. I mean, these guys, of course, were on the scene when I was getting started.
When you were a kid,
When I was a
say
kid,
it.
when I was younger, but I looked up to the guys. I looked up to Sour Blood. I mean, a lot of the bands. Some guys that aren't around anymore that we all looked up to. But yeah, it's kind of tough. It's a difficult question to ask a musician because I mean,
There's so many.
yeah, there's just so many bands, and just depending on, I think the writing, you were asking about the writing process too. That's oftentimes kind of whoever I think you're into at the moment, you can kind of feel come out in the music that you're writing at that point, and you're constantly loving and hating bands. But yeah, there's a lot of different styles. I mean, like I said, we're all kind of founded obviously in metal, but everybody likes a lot of stuff outside of that, and, blues, country, hip hop, that kind of stuff. So.
How did you guys meet?
Well, when I was born, this guy was there.
I'm his older brother.
He's my older
People
brother.
always think he's the oldest, but it's me.
Okay, so John and I were in a different band called Raggedy Ann back in like 2000, and the band kind of fell apart, and it was just him and me, and we were still wanting to play, and we're like, man, we really want to do this, and we kind of had a fire lit under us. And I said one day, I was talking to my buddy Joe, and I said, man, we really need a bass player, and we found a drummer, and we needed a bass player, and he said, well, Clay Mace, I ran into Clay Mace, and Clay and I used to go to high school together. So I ran into Clay Mace, he said he wants to get in the band, so we ran into each other. What was it, the Alrosa?
I think it was at
It was Alrosa.
Cringe show.
Yeah, it was Cringe. And Me Times 10 was on it.
Yeah.
And we ran into each other, and I said, hey man, you play bass? He goes, yeah. And I said, dude, come out Saturday and let's jam. And he shows up with a bass. Little did we know, he bought the bass on the way to the practice. He didn't own a bass. I don't think, had you ever even played a bass at that point? So he bought the bass on the way to practice. We had another bass player at the time.
I got it at Larry's Pizza.
Which was 2 houses down from where I lived, where we practiced. And he shows up, plugs, and here's the best part. We had another bass player's rig there that we were jamming with, but we didn't like him. He plugged in his gear and played and auditioned. Did you remember that?
I do.
And it was instant. We all knew, like, this is...
So he's the shady one of you.
I'm not shady. I could care less. Whoever that guy is, I don't care. He was sure. So we as soon as that practice with Clay, we cut that guy, and we said, Clay, you got to buy gear. The stack's gone. You got to get yourself some stuff. And it was quick, man. We played our first show at a place called Whiskey Pete's. Is that right?
You probably know where it is. On Frank Road, used to have the Cowboy.
Yep.
We played our
Sitting
first
out
show
front.
there on July 11th of 2001. Played our first show, and we packed it. And we were the opening band. It was packed, and everybody was there to see us. And then the other bands, nobody was really. And it was like awesome. We're like, oh, this is great. We got offered a show at the Alrosa, and we played a show at the Alrosa. We went on second. From that show, we brought so many people and had a really good response. Got another show, and then it just went from there. Next thing you know, we're headlining the Alrosa like every other weekend, every other month. It was crazy.
Well, I got started in the metal scene with Sour Blood when I was 18 in 2006, and these guys were the best of friends, and I think Sour Blood, if I'm not mistaken, pretty much got together as a band as a result of these guys.
They were our street team captains.
Yeah, the Sour Blood family, man, and yeah, through that, made contact with these guys, and over the years we stayed friends, and they needed a spot filled, and I was available, so it's a good fit. I mean, I had
He's a gunslinger.
yeah, I had
Gun for
the fortunate, kind of angle of knowing these guys for long enough that we didn't have to develop a chemistry. It was already there, so it was easy enough to just come in and start playing. But yeah. In closing, we want to thank you guys for coming out.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Sorry if we bored you.
More specifically, though, thank you guys for doing this local scene, because there's not an incredible amount of support. Not that there isn't support in Columbus, but there's not an incredible amount of support for local acts, especially metal. And there's a lot of talent in this town, more so than a lot of people would think. And it's guys like you coming out doing things like this that are going to help expose these bands and hopefully get people out to shows. All of you listening, buy CDs, buy merch. It's what helps these bands get to do what they do and provide you with entertainment.
Thanks, Liquid6Teen. Hope you enjoyed this video.